What is up, guys? It is Coasters and Things back again, and I'm here with a park review for you guys today. I'll be reviewing Six Flags St. Louis in Eureka, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. I had my first visit to this park in March 2021. I spent one day here, and I really got a good feel for the park. I'll be talking about everything there is to know about this park. So let's begin with the rides. First up, naturally, the roller coasters. Six Flags St. Louis has a total of 9 roller coasters, 8 thrill-based coasters, and the family coaster River King Mine Train. A strong suit of their coaster lineup is their trio of wooden roller coasters. They have 3 wooden coasters, all completely different from each other. The Boss is probably the most iconic of the 3, a huge terrain-based CCI. American Thunder is a really underrated GCI, and Screamin' Eagle is a classic out-and-back PTC. They're right up there with parks like Holiday World and Kings Island for good wooden coaster trios. My favorite coaster in the park is Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast, an awesome Premier Rides launch coaster that launches you backwards at 70 miles an hour. They also have some cloned coasters, Batman the Ride, Boomerang, and Pandemonium, which are found at other Six Flags parks, and Ninja, which is a combination of an Aero Looper and a Vekoma Looper, and is not as bad as people make it out to be. Their coaster lineup is solid, but I am really surprised they don't have a kiddie coaster. At one point in time they did, but they removed it a long time ago. They need a good coaster for kids, if you ask me, and then eventually it would be cool to see an RMC here too. Overall, their coaster lineup isn't bad though. I don't know why everyone hates on it so much. Flat rides are next. Their upcoming 2022 ride, Catwoman Whip, will be their biggest flat ride. They also have some other notable flat rides, including Sky Screamer, Fireball, Spinsanity, Joker, Supergirl Skyflyer, and the most notable of all, Excalibur. I rode Excalibur, and I gotta say, this is probably the most insane ride in the park. It is super dizzying. By the end, I was wondering if I was upside down or right side up. Now, they did just remove their drop tower in favor of Catwoman Whip, which was an interesting move. So their flat ride collection is decent. Excalibur is definitely the standout flat ride. The rest are pretty standard flat rides you can find at other Six Flags parks. Now, that will change when Catwoman Whip opens, because not too many parks have that kind of a ride. Family and kids rides I will combine into one category. Six Flags St. Louis has about 16 of them, which is not a lot if I'm completely honest. This is a category that could use some work. Most major parks have at least 20. A few more flat rides would be nice. Their log flume actually has 2 sides to it, which is unique. Very few log flumes have that. They also have a train, which is great. I myself am a train lover as well as a roller coaster lover, so I like this more than most people do. Their Ferris wheel is absolutely humongous. It is 18 stories tall. It is called Colossus, a fitting name for such a huge Ferris wheel. Now, a few more family and kids rides would be what I would add first before a roller coaster. Next up is food, and I'm in an odd situation here. The only food I had was their chicken tenders, and I didn't go to one of the restaurants myself to get them. My family actually went and got them while I was waiting in line for Boomerang, and I had the last couple of them. They were good, I just don't know what eatery they came from in the park. I think their food is pretty standard for amusement park food. A couple of the rather unique eateries in the park include Moose Burger Lodge, where you can get loaded fries, and the World's Fair Picnic Grove, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet. They also have JB's Smokehouse Barbecue, which I've had at other Six Flags parks before, and is always good. And of course, what would an amusement park be without Dippin' Dots? I can't really judge the food properly because I only had one food item, so I'll say their food was good just based off my one experience with Six Flags St. Louis's food. Someone who comes here often will be able to give a more accurate review of their food. Operations is the next topic, and I noticed on their coasters, the operations were either really good or really bad. Ninja had consistent 45 seconds to 60-second dispatches, which is great. Good on the crew there that day. River King Mine Train was also doing really well, but other coasters like Boomerang and Boss were especially slow, over 5 minutes sometimes. The operations are a little inconsistent if you ask me. If they could have more consistent dispatches, that would be good. Up next is the park's atmosphere. This has your typical amusement park atmosphere. That being said, the landscaping was better than I expected it to be. Now, I didn't go during the summer, so I really didn't get to see the trees in their full bloom, but the landscaping was still better than I had anticipated. It does feel a bit tacky at times, but if you've been to any Six Flags park other than Fiesta Texas, you know that they all kind of have that vibe to them. Overall, the atmosphere's decent, just not spectacular. For water park fans out there, Six Flags St. Louis does have a water park, Hurricane Harbor. There's not too many slides, about 10 different ones. Some of the notable ones include Typhoon Twister, a hybrid tube slide, Bonsai Pipelines, a dual capsule slide complex, and Wahoo Racer, a 6-lane mat racing slide. Hurricane Harbor is a good place to cool off on a hot summer day. They don't have too many slides, but they are getting a new water play structure for kids this year called Adventure Cove. They also have a wave pool and a lazy river for those not looking to do the water slides. Their operating season is good. They typically open in March and are open through October for Fright Fest, and then again in November and December for Holiday in the Park. I went on literally the third day they were open this year in 2021. Regular one-day tickets to Six Flags St. Louis used to be more expensive, but as of June 2021, they have massively discounted their tickets. Now their regular one-day tickets, if you buy them online, are as low as $35. The season passes right now are as low as $50. I've never seen a Six Flags park have their tickets that cheap. Heck, I've never even seen a big chain park be that cheap. That's a steal of a price for theme park tickets. If you're going to go to Six Flags St. Louis, now's the time to go because those low prices will not last, I can guarantee you. The last thing I'm going to talk about is my overall experience at the park. I went in with lower expectations for this park because of its rather rocky reputation, and I came out thinking it wasn't as bad as enthusiasts make it out to be. Now, a couple of things I was not a fan of was Boss's operations taking way too long and the crowds being awful at some points. Look, I'm a very patient person, but those two things certainly pushed my patience to its limit. It's a good thing I enjoyed Boss. Overall, though, I did enjoy my time at Six Flags St. Louis. Mr. Freeze, American Thunder, and Boss made it worth the visit. The atmosphere was better than I was expecting, and that has to do with the park's location. It is nestled in the mountains at the base of a hill. Now that also makes for a lot of uphill walking, but if you can manage that, you should enjoy yourself. For Six Flags St. Louis's overall score, it will earn a 7 out of 10. Guys, this park isn't as bad as everyone says it is. It is enjoyable, just not world class. If you're in the Midwest or in Missouri, yeah, I'd say stop by Six Flags St. Louis. They have some solid roller coasters, a cool looking water park, and is overall a pretty nice park. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll have more coming soon. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and this is Coasters and Things signing out.